Hey everyone, Spencer Kaufman here with How To Video Channel. Today I'm going to show you how to replace an outlet receptacle in your wall. So we're taking out this old outlet receptacle. This is from about 50 years ago, 1965. Obviously the plate has been upgraded, but we're going to put in a brand new tamper-resistant wall outlet. Now what tamper-resistant means is that a child cannot put something in here. You can see it's got these little blockers right there that doesn't allow anything to stick in. Now, of course, you can still plug into it because then those move out of the way, but it's safe. And so then you don't need to buy those little outlet covers. You can have tamper-resistant outlets. So that's what we're going to put in right here. So you're going to need a few things. Number one, a tick tracer. This is going to tell you the outlet's hot. All right. Number two, I like a needle nose pliers. I got a wire cutter on mine. You've seen me use it in other videos. You can grab one in the description below. I'll have links. I like a lineman's pliers as well. That way if you have to pigtail any wires or tie anything together, twisting it wise, it's easier to use a lineman's pliers than a needle nose pliers. Screwdriver. This is a Phillips. This is for connecting the wires to the terminals. Flat screwdriver. You can also use this to connect the wires to the terminals, but really primarily to remove the faceplate, and of course your tamper-resistant outlet. So let's get busy. Start by removing the outlet cover. Next, we will remove the outlet. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below and I'll do what I can to help you out. You can see there we've already got something going on, probably a metal box and a loose wire. So that happens when you have older outlets or older homes. Things get loose and boxes are metal, so you need to be careful. This is also why it's a good idea to shut off the power. But you can also work on them hot. A lot of electricians do, but you just need to be careful because if things are not put in properly, then as you can see, problems will happen. So what was happening is it looks like this right here got a little too close to this metal box and then the connection was arcing. So that is number one reason why metal boxes are not a good idea. Now unfortunately you can't really swap all these out unless you take and redo the drywall around it. So for this I have a little tip that we will get to with metal boxes that helps prevent this in the future. So for now, let's begin by removing Okay, so right now this would be safe to touch, but you have a pliers so you don't need to. Make sure these look good, they're not compromised. They are going to go on this side of your new outlet, top, bottom. Now, if you want to get really fancy, you could get a label maker and you could label these, what they are, where they go, but we don't need to do that right now. You could also label it with whatever breaker it is. Unfortunately, in this house, the breaker panel needs to be redone, and so until we know what all the breakers are, we're not going to be doing any labeling. All right. Now that you have all of the wires opened up, you can test each one of these. So that one's hot, that one's not. And so when it comes to touching them, you should be able to touch all of these because they are not live. This one is. So you leave this one for last. Little tip, I like to make sure that you can pinch this together so that way that you guarantee that doesn't come out. If you have any of these where it sticks in, do not use those. Wrap it around the terminal. That's a much better connection. It's going to be more solid. It's going to last a lot longer. Then also make sure that you wrap the wire around in the direction of the screw turn. So that means that you can see how this is turning toward the right like this, clockwise. You are going to wrap this around clockwise. That way as you tighten this screw, it will also pull the wire around, so it's not going to undo your wire, so to speak. Now remember, this bottom one is hot, so do not touch that one with anything. Keep that out of the way. Now, one thing you're going to notice here is that we have a green screw. This is for the ground wire. Now, when you look here at this box and you look at this previous receptacle, you'll notice there are no grounding wires. So there isn't a plain copper wire. That is because this is a metal box. This metal box has conduit that is running back to the breaker. This box and that conduit acts as the ground. And so if you have metal boxes and conduit running, generally you will not see a ground wire. Now, however, I would prefer ground wires over metal boxes for the reasons as you saw earlier. Okay, make sure not hot, sorry. Make sure that the wire isn't compromised. It's not broken or damaged from it being arced. So there we go, we know it's good. Hook that around. All right, final one. This is the hot wire, so make sure here that you use a pliers to handle it. Inspect it well. Looks good. A little discoloration, but that's okay. Doesn't have any cracks in it. And now, because this one is hot, you have two choices. You can either just hold the edges or hold like top and bottom. If you touch any of these terminals, you will get shocked. Or you can use your pliers, hold it like this, so that way it's insulated. When you have the pliers though, you might have more of a risk of bending this little piece, depending on how much pressure and tension you put on everything. So I'll show you this method, because in my other videos, if you've watched those, you've seen how I've put things together while holding on to the outlet. Also understand, this is greatly exaggerated for the purposes of this video. If I weren't doing the video, this would be connected so much quicker, because I wouldn't be showing you this in kind of a slower phase, so you can see exactly how you would do it. So you get that right around here. Now what I like to do here is, when you have a tight fit, you can turn this, pull it around like this, and then hook it. Kind of helps get it around there a little better. Then come back and grab on this side, push this over, and then at this point you can see this is still kind of sticking out, and so now you take your screwdriver, push that around, and here's where it is very, very essential that you have the wire wrapping in the direction of the screw turning, because you can see here that the wire end comes about right here. When you start to turn that screw, it's going to pull it around the rest of the way. So you can see here, now it'll help wrap. It's a good, tight, strong, solid connection. Let go of that, and there we go. We now have a brand new wired up outlet that should be hot. Very good. Neutrals, still good. Top and bottom, let's see about this. Should be all set. And now I told you I have a trick that you can do to prevent anything ever happening like this again, where it touches the box. You take some electrical tape and wrap it around the terminals. Get these screws out of the way, move the ground screw and the other screw. So make sure those are clear. Wrap it twice around. This also helps so that you can hold onto the edges without getting shocked. Now you can put the outlet away, screw this in, make sure it's all good and tight. Now you can reinstall the cover. Let's make sure this is solid. And there we are. Now you have a brand new tamper-resistant outlet. See, no child can put anything in there. You'd never do that with a regular outlet. You see here the regular outlet, look at that. You go way in there, you touch things. Ooh, Even not plugged in, it kind of scares you. So that's it. Tamper-resistant outlet. How to install and replace a tamper-resistant outlet receptacle. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below. Also, please hit that subscribe button, like button, and bell icon to stay tuned to future videos on How To video channel. Thank you.